p.m. We are getting in the kitchen this morning with Sean Lawrenson from Good Kinsmen, talking about a practice that most of us probably never even think about, but it's going to make all the difference in the world in how we skillfully prepare our meals, talking about are our knives sharp or not, and if they aren't, how do we sharpen them properly? So great to see you this morning.
Yeah, great to see you as well.
You're a little bit intimidating to me. For one thing, you've got some very sharp knives in the studio with you this morning.
Just one sharp knife.
Just one sharp knife. So you've got one good one and one bad one.
Yes.
Is it true that most of us don't sharpen our knives at all, and when we do, we don't do it the right way?
I would say most people don't have sharp knives at all in their house.
Okay.
Very rarely see that when I go to people's houses. Most people have never sharpened their knives, so that's something we'd like to change.
So I will raise my hand because I'm in that category of people, and yet I know that I probably should, because it really does make a difference in how easy it is to then prepare those meals that you want to enjoy. So you're doing a tomato test with us this morning.
Yeah, so this is a customer knife, and it is very dull.
Okay.
But actually will still cut pretty well, so it can kind of saw through this tomato here. But when we flip the tomato over like this, it really can't cut through that at all.
Okay.
So if you want to try.
I will try. Now don't judge me if I don't hold the knife the right way. That's a whole nother, oh, that is hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not holding it the right way, am I?
That's fine.
But you want to correct me.
I do. So you always want to hold a knife, finger like this, wrap your hand over. That's the safest way. So the knife cannot rotate in your hand if you hold it with a pinch grip.
Like that?
Yep, that's perfect.
Oh. I guess I don't have knives this nice at my house. Yeah, that's hard to kind of cut through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
now,
this knife has been used for a long time and has never been sharpened.
Now something that Sean told me earlier, if you want to look at your knives at home while he's showing us what to do, can I pick it up?
Yeah, absolutely.
He told me to get a flashlight or our phone.
Yeah. So if
And
you
what do you do?
If you grab a knife by the spine and take your phone light or flashlight and take your light and just run it along the edge, you can see that there's a lot of reflection.
There's a lot of reflection that comes back at you.
So.
Yep. With your sharp knife that we're about to use now,
yes,
it's not reflecting at all.
Nope, so it should pretty much just be like a shadow. So if you grab a brand new knife and run a light down it, you'll basically see that there's nothing reflecting at all.
Okay.
So
now this is Sean's personal knife, so he said he assures us it's very sharp.
Yeah.
So let's put this one to the test.
yeah, so in comparison to the knife that hasn't been sharpened, if you want to take that
Oh,
one.
I get to go first?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to hold this one the right way because I don't want it to slip. Oh,
So.
could you see? That surprised me.
Yeah, so
How quickly.
that's how your knives should work.
Okay, let's watch. You can't even press on this. There's no pressure coming from me.
No, so
That's insane.
and it doesn't really matter what knives you have. Your knives should pretty much fall through the food really nicely like that. And especially on the skin of tomatoes, it can be a little hard to bite into, but a really nice sharp knife just falls right through it.
So let's talk about then how we sharpen them, because you certainly want the kitchen to be luxurious but also practical. So this is kind of the weapon of choice, if you will, and it's less than $40.
Yeah, so this is a product called an Idaho. These are $38. I think this is something that everybody should own. A lot of us had the steels that came with like our knife blocks. Those generally really aren't very good, and they're super aggressive. So this is about 1200 grit, so it's not very aggressive at all, but a really, really great product. Hones were never meant to be used up in like this. You know, Gordon Ramsay does it, but
He's
a
Gordon
professional. He gets free knives. They get sharpened afterwards. But for our home use, we want to use the hone up and down like this. This is the easiest way to maintain a consistent angle while honing. Most hones, like if you have one at home, is going to have a long side and a short side. You want to use the short side for honing. So take the flat of your knife, place it up against the hone, and run your knife down it. You want to do that about 5 times each side, then flip over to the other side and do 5 more, and then 4, and then just 1 to finish it off, and then you're done.
Okay. Now this product called a whetstone is also something you can use. Is that correct?
Yeah, so a honing rod is more for just maintaining an already sharp knife.
Okay.
If your knife has become dull or damaged, you really need to sharpen it on a whetstone.
Okay.
Especially for Japanese knives, these are really the best tool to use. These are nanomals. We sell these in our store. We have a whole range of them. And they're just a really easy to use product. That probably doesn't sound great on TV. So this
That's
is a
okay.
coarse one, and this is a fine one. So this is what you use to restore your edge, and then this is what you use to get that really sharp
So
hair
you
shaving.
use both. You need both.
Yes, you start on the coarse. That gives you a new edge on it.
Okay.
And this is really where you spend most of your time. Everybody comes in and they want to get a super fine whetstone to get hair shaving sharp, but the coarse stone is what makes it sharp.
And then you like the sheath?
Yeah, so these are really cool. These are a magnetic sheaths. So they hold your knife in like that.
Nice.
You don't have to do anything. They're really slick.
So he mentioned Gordon Ramsay. You feel like you are French or something when you come into Good Kinsmen if you have not yet been. And maybe this will wet your whistle, so to speak, because every month now, mainly the third Thursday of the month, you're doing classes on how to sharpen the knives correctly.
So we're going to make it a monthly thing. It's a introductory class on how to use whetstones to sharpen your knives. 2 hours long with me. We'll start with the basics, go through everything that you need to know to get started on it. And in the future, we'll offer more advanced classes and things like that.
You will love it when you go, not only because you will learn a lot, but the store itself is just so welcoming, and it kind of sets that standard where you want things in your home and your house to be elevated, from the food prep to the food service and then the friendship that you'll find. So thank you. Am I holding it the right way this time?
That's correct.
Oh, I can be taught, and so can you. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Trevor.